Hello, Twitch and or YouTube listeners. I'm back. It has been a minute. I'm trying to remember now, when was the last time that I streamed? It was a while ago. It was back in December was the last stream I did? Wow. 2 months ago. 2 months of no streaming for me. Can you believe it? It's good to be back. Thanks for coming. And I just set up stream elements and am now seeing that I need to update the stream title. Open source maintenance. Let's work on, here you can see my stream stuff as I do it. Maintenance. Let's work on TypeScript ecosystem project. Let's work on projects in the TypeScript ecosystem together. Yeah. Cool. There we go. This is my stream manager. Look at that recursion. Beautiful. All right. Boop. So, hi everyone. For those who are just tuning in now, I'm Josh. I'm an open source developer, full-time open source developer, meaning I don't have a job, and instead I rely on community donations to do my work. I'm not a huge Twitch person. I don't actually stream very often, and I don't really watch a lot of streams, but I think it's a valuable thing to do. So I'm just now setting stuff up. Oh man, look at that. I just posted it in the chat, and I realized now I need to edit the new lines on this command. Let's see if this looks better now. Beautiful. Setting up stream elements. Bang, Josh. Come on, stream elements. Save. Doesn't go. Well, save. Bang, Josh. Does that not work twice in a row? All right. Well, anyway, I'll figure that out later. Lol. I post everything on Twitch and then also on Twitter. So there's always a Twitter thread. And then also I'm now posting on my Mastodon account, which is my Mastodon instance as well. So you can see those. Today, I think I just want to jump into these things. I want to work on my template-typescript-node-package. That's this fella. Let me post that in the chat. There you go. So, template-typescript-node-package. It is kind of annoying to set up a TypeScript repo these days if you want to add in a whole bunch of good CI and static analysis stuff. Things like spell checking, auto formatting, linting, unused code detection. All this stuff is reasonable to set up on its own, but once you create a repo that has all that stuff, it can take a while to set up, and it's annoying to do it for every repo you create. I've got a whole bunch of small to medium sized repos, and I really dislike having to copy and paste configuration between all of them. Therefore, I have created a template repo, a literal GitHub template. It's a public template. You can click use this template to create a new thing. And it's been a few months, almost 300 commits, and I'm still trying to get the thing to do all the stuff that I want it to. Life's good. I'm trying to remember when I first made it. I want to say beginning of December last year. December 13th was the 1.6. It's got automated versioning and change logs and all this stuff. Oh man, October is when I made it? Wow. That's wild. It's been 5 months that this thing has existed. Anyway, one of the nice features of this package, let me get all my stuff running. My nice warp terminal is this setup script that it has, where in the setup script, it will bootstrap a new repo for you. The intent is that if you use the template and then open up that new repo, the script will replace all the old instances of, say, Josh OK Goldberg as author with your name. Let's pick out. I'm already on main, so git pull, npm install. Just to set things up, it uses pnpm because pnpm is awesome and fast. Then I go to the README and go to the setup instructions. Make sure I have the GitHub CLI, node, and pm. Then here we go. Run the setup script. Where is it? pm run setup. It will ask me for some things. Come on, let's say test 1, 2, 3, ABC, test ABC, Joshua, new user, some new package, yay. And now that it has run, the setup script is supposed to replace a whole bunch of text with the new stuff, set up that new repo with a bunch of GitHub API calls, and then delete the setup script and related setup cruft. Well, unfortunately, it looks like there's still some bugs. So if I look up template-typescript-node-package, we still get a whole bunch of files that still refer to template-typescript-node-package. That's not good. And then if we look up Joshua K. Goldberg, we still have a whole bunch of places that refer to Joshua K. Goldberg as the author. Again, not good. So that's clearly a bug, and I actually don't know that I've filed this bug yet. Let me look up. Issue is open, setup. Okay. So it looks like I've got a couple of bugs here. I've got 161 and 155 that the setup script isn't updating all contents. So I'm just gonna merge these two issues together, merging this to 155. So let me post that issue in the chat. Do get go. Merging with 161. There are a lot of contents, files that aren't updated to the new name. Sad. And I'm going to assign myself, label this no longer good first issue because I'm tackling it. And let's take a look. First issue, gonna post on Twitter. Find out why the setup script isn't updating everything it should. And also on Mastodon. Notification. Thank you, folks, for liking my stuff. By the way, if you're watching, feel free to ask questions here on Twitter, anywhere. Things on me, on TypeScript, TypeScript ESLint, all sorts of stuff. Always happy to chat. I don't want to just do this in isolation. I would love to talk about things with you and answer any questions you have. Anyway, moving on. Let's look. Let me quit my other things. Let's look at the setup script. Setup.js. Well, for starters, the setup script is supposed to delete itself, but it looks like there was a crash. And I'm guessing, all right, hydrating branch protection settings. This is the part that is supposed to, like, call the GitHub API to change a bunch of stuff with the repo to set it up the way I like. I'm realizing now, actually, what I should do is run with the same title and then use the skip API call flag. Oh god. Git at all, pm git reset hard head, pm install, pm run setup, -- skip API, -- title, tests ABC. What are the... It does take in CLI flags, so let me look at them. I can run with -- repository, test ABC, title, test ABC, owner, new user, description, my fancy package. That looks good. So this should reset everything, rerun install, and then cool. Deletes the setup script. Very nice. I actually misplayed and have to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to run a quick ad view. Sorry, if I can figure out where that is in Twitch, and I'll be right back. LOL. All right, I'm back. Hope I didn't lose too many of you. Okay, so I ran the setup script, and it's looking good. I actually don't need these headphones. So it's supposed to hydrate package metadata locally, which is supposed to replace in all these files all this stuff. Existing package.description with the description. It's supposed to replace Joshua K. Goldberg with owner. Shreya Cray, hi, welcome. You are my first chat of the year, I think. Unless I might have forgotten to upload a Twitch stream. But first chat of the stream. It's all right. I'm like just getting started. You came in at the perfect time. Let me actually repost. I got this template TypeScript. I know, right? I'll send you a medal if I ever start doing that. I have the motivation. How are you doing? How's life? Yeah, so I'm working great. You'll be also the first medal I send out. Please do. I'm working on this template TypeScript node package. It's got a little setup script so that when you use it to template a new repo, it like replaces the old description with the new, the old title with the new, and so on. But it looks like that's not actually happening. So I'm trying to figure out like why that isn't. Like I just ran the setup script locally, and there are still a bunch of instances of like the old name, the owner. You want to take a nap? I won't be offended at all if you leave and take a nap. That's very reasonable. I can't blame you at all. So what I'm wondering is like, why is this not happening? Like, why is it that we are not replacing from Josh K. Goldberg to the new owner, which here is, let's see, new user. So previously I like git add all, git reset hard-headed, pm installed to reset. So this is a template package, and I want to make it as easy as, great question, why do I need to change it? I want to make it as easy as possible for people to use this thing. So if you make a new repo with it, like it literally is a template with like the use this template button on GitHub. So if someone makes a new repo with this thing, I want it to be just like a quick little setup script you can run that like updates the name to your thing and hydrates the labels on the GitHub issues and stuff like that. Like there are a bunch of really nice labels that I like type bug, status accepting PRs. It's great questions. Thank you for asking. It's a generic template for, no, please ask questions. I never know if anyone's actually watching this stuff. And I never know what information is good to know. It's just a generic template for TypeScript stuff. So any TypeScript, like small to medium-sized TypeScript package that you want to set up, that's more than a couple files, meaning you would want to set up like good linting, auto formatting, a spell checker, unused code detection. automatic like releases on pull requests. That's what I want to do. Did I post in there? I did post in the chat. So the README has a list of all the major tools that it uses, like everything from all contributors to generate this nice table. Look at all these lovely people, up through like ESLint and MarkdownLint and stuff like that. I'm really excited about this template because it's just such a pain to make TypeScript repos that have all this stuff. Like really any repo in any language, it's a pain to add all the cool utilities and setup scripts and stuff you want. So this is like my approach to doing it for TypeScript stuff. Let me know if that makes sense or seems reasonable. And actually, let's see if this. I just set up stream elements. Let's see if the bang Josh command works. And that's not how I want that to look. But anyway, cool. Shoot, was that the command I wanted to work? Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, this is what I want to make like for TypeScript projects because I have a whole bunch of them. Oh yeah, at the end of the command, it's supposed to say, let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to chat about this or anything dev or me related or life in general. So that's the only part of that command that didn't print. Thank you. Stream elements. Clearly, I need to learn more. Cool. Anyway, so I'm getting confused because I don't understand why this thing isn't hydrating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment out the parts of the setup script that like take things down at the end. I'm going to remove the stuff that uninstalls setup script dependencies, and I'm going to remove the stuff that deletes this script folder. So now when I pm run setup, it should, let's see. Yeah, it should keep the setup script run really quickly. All right, and yep, it's still not updating. It's supposed to replace in all files temp Joshua Goldberg 2 owner. And it does actually do that in some places. It's like new user. So I'm wondering if it's like, if it's only doing one instance. So let's make a new file like test.txt. And I've got Joshua K. Goldberg 3 times in here. And if I run the setup script, git add all, git reset hard head. Oh, but how do I git add all? Is there a way to like reset hard, like completely undo all your changes except for one file? Anyway, I'll just reapply my changes to setup. And then, oop, no, I wanted to run it on test also. Yeah, it only replaces one thing in each of the files. Look at this. New user, Joshua K. Goldberg. That's not right. So I think I need to let's look at this replace command. This replace command is from this replace in file package. So I'm gonna look up GitHub replace in file. Post that in the chat. While I'm doing this, Shrey, what have you been up to today? How was your stream? Multiple so you're chilling? That's good. Replace a single file. Multiple. I don't see any like quick tips in this README about like replacing a single instance of this string. Single. Yeah, I'm just. Oh, need replace all. There we go. Aha. Yeah, so no comment from the owner, the maintainer of the package in past 2 years, 1.5 years. 1 year? And then 2021? Yeah, 1.5 years. 7 blog posts in the backlog that need editing, so I'm just going to jam out to K-pop and try to get it done today. That actually sounds awesome. How much time do you have to work on it? Like, what, 4 hour, 3.5 hours, let's say, blog post, 30 minutes of blog post? You got this. We'll see. Yeah. Good luck. So, by the way, replace from needs to be a regular, like a catch-all. So I'm gonna switch all these to reg expression with a G. So just to recap, please someone yell at me if I'm misremembering my fundamentals here. String.replace in JavaScript by default replaces one instance of each thing, but if you use a regular expression with the G flag, it'll replace multiple things. Actually, I can just test this in a terminal. So node aaa.replace a underscore replaces one. Replace a regular expression replaces one, but a regular expression with a G global flag, yep, that replaces all of them. So what I want to do now is just turn all these into regular expressions that have the G flag. So some of these already are regular expressions. Let's do the G. Thank you. I appreciate you dropping by. Good luck with the K-pop and the backlog. Bye. New reg expression. G flag. GS. I forget what the S flag does. Thank. And new regular expression. I'm not going to try to convert these fancy strings to like inline escape regular expression. That just seems difficult. We'll see if this works. Get add all, get reset hard head, undo changes to setup and text. And let's see what happens when I rerun. All right, test.txt, yep, replaced all 3 instances of new user. That's good. Yay, JavaScript. And let's just make sure the stuff that was supposed to change in the package did. So we were supposed to change version from anything to 0.0.0. That's good, it did change, very nice. See, in there are a couple ones in knip, JSON. Oh, that's not good. Looks like the knip config got messed up, but actually these don't even need to be replaced with regular expressions. These can just happen once. That's fine. So I'm gonna undo that. That's fun. God dang it. Come on, subscript. Yeah, knip JSON looks good. Now if I look up Joshua K. Goldberg, there are still some instances of Joshua K. Goldberg. That shouldn't be there. Oh, they're all... that's like a weird corruption there. So let's see. All contributors RC is... That should have... Well, hang on a second. So this is fine. The all contributors RC, which contains a list of contributors, should start off with, for now, just me as a tool contributor because I made the tooling. I think there's an issue elsewhere to have the current user get added in there. But project name and project owner should get replaced. So I don't know why that's not happening. That's fun. So that's a thing. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. The Josh K. Goldberg just shows up in the all contributors. And then there's this notice at the end of the README this package is based on. Let's see. So this is interesting. In the README, it's supposed to be that if this package is based on new blah, 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 doesn't exist, then we add it in. but it looks like the README does add it in, so that's unfortunate. So what I should do actually is remove this notice from the README and then add it in at the end. So I'm going to add a new thing. So first of all, these don't need to be indented. And they don't need to be on their own line. There we go. So actually, I'm just gonna make these two strings that get joined. By EOL, repeat 2. Cool. And then I'm gonna, in just the README, remove bang bang, you can remove this notice dot star thing. So I'm removing this line and then also removing the purple or blue hearts. So I'm just removing this package is based on dot star. And then, yeah, dot star, and then period. All right. So let's get it all to reset. Run the setup script again. And well, one of them got replaced. Let's see. Ooh, I forgot to add a space after the heart. That's what it was. So let's run this sucker one more time. Nice. And it looks like, looks like the usage, wait, what was usage? Is usage supposed to still be there? Oh my God, I need to look at the original version of the thing. All right, usage. Why is usage getting deleted? Or like everything after usage? It should just be deleting this thing. That's not good. So let me see if that still happens if I remove this stuff that I added. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't think the README even needs to start off with this stuff. Like, why would the README and the template have this? So I'm just gonna remove this from now and yeah, have it so that the end of README notice gets added in. I'm also gonna tweak the notice a little bit to start and end with a blank line. So now if we run again, the README no longer has that notice in it. And oops, should have had a blank line between them. Nice, looks good. All right, I'm feeling good about this script. So if we look for the old TypeScript node package stuff, it only shows up in the all contributors file, which I don't know why that's not getting stuff finally replaced in. And in the README's notice at the bottom. I will say though that the all contributors RC file, I can just make that like a template JSON file in the setup scripts. So I'm gonna do that. All contributors RC. Yeah, I'm gonna make that file and then, or maybe I don't need a template file. Maybe just in the setup script I can await fs.write file.slash.all contributors rc and then prettier dot format. just put this stuff that I want in there. Yeah. But I feel like I don't want two sources of truth. I don't want to have the JSON or Pojo blob in the setup script and then also in the all contributors file. So what I'm going to do is json.parse await fs.read file / all contributors rc. And then I'm going to override some of that data with my own stuff. So that's project name and project owner. Did I get that formatting? No, I did not. Something is wrong. There we go. So now I'm reading in the all contributors RC, parsing it as JSON, and then writing it back to the same file, but with two replacements. I'm going to replace the project name with the new name, which is repository, the variable, and the project owner, which is owner. All right. So I'm resetting contents, then rerunning the setup script. Please work. Oh, dot all contributors RC. Did I misspell that? Let's see. Looks right to me. Very weird. It looks like it should exist. Very confusing. Let's rerun. Oh, get it all, get reset. Oh my god. What is the command for this? There's got to be a command to like get unstage file using get reset. Get rm cache to unstage a file. So let's say that I've got the readme and I remove cached readme. Wait, does that work? Setup.js, get reset hard head, get add all, get remove cached readme. Wait. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. Get rm cache does not unstage file. It stages the removal of the file. Get reset -- will unstage. Okay, so what I actually want to do is get reset hard head, get reset, get add all, get reset -- setup.js readme.md, reset hard head. All right. So what this does is it adds everything. It unadds or unstages. So it stages everything, unstages specifically setup.js and script/setup.js and the readme, and then resets the still stage stuff to head. And nope, it still, oh man, it still reset my setup, whatever. Anyway, I had forgotten what I was trying to do most recently. Oh yeah, for some reason it wasn't reading the all contributors file. Does this work now? No such file. Why are you doing this to me? No such file, all contributors RC, but the file exists. Let me try a new node terminal, play with this directly. fs equals require fs.promises. Fun fact, if you didn't know that, fs has promises now, which are async functions. Await fs.read file, all contributors RC. Why does this not? Okay, so that should work. All right, maybe it's like a current working directory thing. Oh my god, I'm missing a period. All right, let's try this again. Come on, work. Aha, excellent. I forgot to string it. await fs read file returns a buffer, not a string, and then I had to toString it. All right. By the way, to anyone who joined recently, I'm just kind of blowing through this stuff, but let me know if you have any questions or things you want to talk about what I'm doing now or in general or just anything. All right. So reset hard head, undo all the other changes, then rerun setup. Ugh. Oh my god, I forgot to prettier.format. There we go. That's why it's type erroring. I'm passing an object to fs.write file instead of a string. Let's try again. So, okay. Text.charAdd is not a... Great. Where do I call prettier.format elsewhere? I do with parser JSON elsewhere, and I've got to add that here, I guess. Okay. So I have to explicitly tell it that I'm using the JSON parser. My phone was buzzing. All right. Love to see it. Come on. Welcome to text.charAdd is not a... Why are you doing this to me? Prettier or whatever. It is prettier. Oh, prettier.format must take in a source string, and I'm passing in an object. Oh boy. Stringify. So now I have to JSON.stringify before I call it. All right. Nice. Look at this. There you go. Nate Codes, thank you for joining. Happy Thursday. How you doing? I'm glad to see you. As they say, it's good to be back. I feel like you came in at a kind of maybe great, maybe annoying time where I just finished or just got to work the thing that I wanted to get to work, which is, I feel like, have we talked about my template TypeScript node repo? I have this, for those who came in recently and haven't heard of this thing, I have this template TypeScript node package. I'll just post it in the chat. And it has a setup script that's supposed to populate the repo. So you use the template, it still has a bunch of names like Josh in it that you don't want, but the setup script will replace all those with your name, and then it wasn't replacing all things. But yeah, I had a follow-up appointment with my eye doctor this morning post LASIK. My eyes are doing great, so I'm in a good mood. Nate, what type of mood are you in? How are you feeling at this moment? I want to know. And while you ruminate on how to answer that question, I'm gonna check out a branch and send us up as a PR because I'm pleased. Lurking while you're working. You know what? I respect the lurk. I won't be upset at all if you don't post again, but I would love to have you active in the chat. What are you working on? If you don't mind me asking. Okay, check out B. What is this? Setup, replace everything. Oh no, overwhelmed. There is a lot of stuff to learn, but I have faith in you. You got this, Nate. Yay. Need to learn to the point of integration. Yeah. That's a fun time. I hope they're giving you enough time to do that at work. I found that there are kind of two common paths when people need to learn stuff at work. The happy path of those two is work understands that there's a lot going on in development, especially, oh man, the stuff you just mentioned, NX, Cypress, Create React stuff, moving to Vite. Like, there's a lot to learn. And when people are given enough time to learn those things, that's great. Like, that's good for them. That's good for the company. You can bring that knowledge around and make things better, teach people. But the second path, the unhappy one, is if they don't give enough time, and then you just kind of have to struggle along with minimal knowledge of what's happening. So I hope you're getting enough time. And thank you. I appreciate you saying that. The ESLint and NX content have been useful. Yeah, James Henry has been super good in teaching us on the TypeScript ESLint team NX stuff. It's really nice. Yeah. It's funny how sometimes things just work out. Like, you need to learn something and then someone else or a bunch of people in the community are learning it, doing it too. I hope the template repo might be a little useful. It doesn't use NX or Vite or Cypress, though. So none of the things you're learning. But it does use linting. Git at all, git commit m, fix, replace all instances in setup scripts. Instances of bold texts in bold strings in setup scripts. Push u origin, setup, replace everything. I sit in an isolated role at the moment. Panel interviews to hire a VP that you'll report to. Ooh, that's exciting. You get to interview your potential manager / VP. And it's tough to develop. Yeah, it is tough to develop in that role, I feel. Especially when you're isolated. Good luck in getting the VP. Do you want to, is there a job posting that you want to post here? I'm happy to have you post that opening here. If you want, I don't know how many people at a VP level are tuning into my stream, but more than happy. All right, make sure no file in the repo, blah, blah, blah. All right, so the actual bug I'm working on is 155, that the setup script wasn't replacing all contents. 2 solid candidates, awesome. You're almost done, yay. Cool. And I accidentally checked in the entire readme changes. That's not good. So I'm gonna have to undo that. Oops. What does JM mean? Sorry, am I out of touch? Oh, just mess. Okay. Cool. Git reset main -- readme to md, or how do I? Or git checkout main md. That's what I meant to do. All right. Yep. And then what I wanted at the end was to remove the like weird little notice. So that's one thing, and then another is in the setup script, I had commented out some stuff which should not be commented out. Alright. My favorite thing, git at all, git commit amend, edit, so replace the previous commit with the same message. Git push force. Something that Gregory, who works at NX, taught me is git push FU main. Git push FU origin main for force and set upstream at the same time. LOL. So now if we, oh dang it, I thought I replaced the readme stuff, but I guess not. Git reset soft head. All right. Why does it say like new user and stuff here? Oh my god, I just pushed to main. God dang it. Huh? Well, that's weird. I thought I just pushed to the main branch by accident. Anyway, git status. I don't know what I just did on git. I'm gonna have to reset some stuff. Git hard head, git pull, git checkout, main -- readme.md to reset the readme back to the main, and then remove the thing at the bottom that I wanted to remove. Then also for the setup script, I wanted to remove the comments that shouldn't be there. Git log, git add all, git commit amend, edit, and push. U origin, setup, replace everything. Oh, I thought it was like a general positivity thing, but cool. Glad I'm not out of touch. -- force. All right. So now let's look at the compare. And yep, I removed the redundant notice from the bottom of the README. Aha, the setup script, import EOL from Node OS. I want that to be alphabetical, but that should be caught by linting. If not, that's an issue. replacing a whole bunch of single replacement strings with now global replacement regular expressions. And cool. Looks good to me. Removes the redundant notice about being a template repo from the bottom of the README. It gets populated by the setup script, and then also switches single replacement strings to global replacement regexes in the setup script. All right. That only took me half an hour to get to. Awesome. Let's just post that. 2 fixes using global regexes instead of single replacement strings and removing a redundant notice. Sparkle emoji. Ooh, I have a message. I'll look at that later. All right. Crushing it. Yeah, thanks. 46 minutes into the stream, 41 minutes into coding, I have my first PR available. Oh no, it's got a red X on the icon. Something. Linting is complaining. That's good. It should complain. I hope on the node, the import being out of run autofix to sort these imports. Look at that. Look, very good. Excellent. Run autofix to sort imports. I should have an ESLint extension complaining. Why isn't my ESLint extension complaining? ESLint. Is it not a... Yeah, let me uninstall and install. It's synced. Here, let me actually restart my ESLint server. Maybe that was getting all messed up. There we go. Look at that. Nice. Git add all, git commit m autofix ESLint. Good push. Crushing it. Cool. Whenever someone says crushing it, my mind immediately jumps to that iconic idea of someone like crushing a can of soda or beer on their forehead. Or I guess nowadays, kombucha, which I really wish I liked. Kombucha is freaking everywhere, but I can't stand this stuff. Yeah. Crushing it. You've made kombucha. Is it good if you make it at home? The kombucha I've had. Okay, tell me if I've just only had bad kombucha, which has happened like 4 or 5 times. So I'm not sure if it's just me. It just tastes kind of vinegary and a little like unhappily bitter to me. I don't know how to describe it. I just don't like the taste. Is that just me, or is that all kombucha? If I had your kombucha, would it be better? All right, looks like it's passing CI, so I'm gonna merge. Yay! All right, and now acquired taste, less vinegary and bitter for good kombucha. All right. All right. If I ever get a chance to have fresh kombucha, I'll try it out again. Ooh, different fruit and things. I do like things where you can add like different flavors or fruits or whatever. That is fun. I like making lattes. Unfortunately, you can't see mine because it is consumed, but I've been adding like peanut butter or pistachio syrup to it. It's great stuff. All right. G&T trilogy for store-bought. Okay, I'm taking a note. Thanks, Nate. My old manager, one of them, here, I'm trying to select it in the chat. My old manager gave me a recommendation that I have written down in my notes. Oh, I've seen this one. I think this is the one they recommended, actually. Thank you. It's a really pretty, like, gradient looking. Where is it? There you go. Synergy raw kombucha. I like the packaging. Yeah. Next chat, it's going to be me with the face going, I hate it. Or maybe not. Design on a packaging thing for consumables is important. But okay, the next thing. Let me post this on Twitter and Fastodon. Next up. Adding or augmenting the end-to-end test to make sure that fix stays fixed. That issue stays fixed. Boop. So there's an end-to-end test that doesn't actually test all that much. It just tests, like, I think that the thing works, doesn't crash. But I want to make sure in the end-to-end test that nothing in the repo contains Josh or template-typescript-node-package, which is actually not quite true. The little README notice should contain it, and the all contributors should contain it, I think. Yeah, like the README notice at the bottom. Let me just rerun the setup script. Where did it go? Yeah, so the all contributors should mention my login and name, and then the README at the very bottom should mention this package is based on, but otherwise there should not be any instance of template TypeScript node package or Joshua K. Goldberg anywhere, case sensitive. There is actually another bug though. Package.json isn't replacing the author, but that's actually another bug I'll fix next, that I want to use like the GitHub user auth thing, the GitHub CLI, to figure out like who am I. Does that actually work? Who am I? GH who am I? GH auth. I'm scared to run this. Auth status. Nice. Look at them starring out the tokens. Yeah, I want to see like, oh yeah, git user. Git who am I? Anyway. Something else to look into, but yeah, I want to make sure that there's no Joshua K. Goldberg, all uppercase, or in whatever Pascal case in the package. So let's look. I'm gonna get add all, get preset card head, pm install. I'm gonna look at the end setup. So what the setup test E2E does is it sets up some basic description, owner, etc. Oh, I forgot to post the issue in the chat. Ooh, lordy. Gotta send that there. There you go. Have at it. Yeah, so it sets up some stub data, and then it runs, pm runs setup, description, owner, title, repo, skip API, and so on. With this really cute little $sign thing, which comes from, what is the name of that package? ZS? What is it called? It's like some cute little name. What is the name of this? ZX. Yeah, ZX is a great little package. It just lets you run shell scripts really easily. Like, it's like basically a wrapper around nodes like exec or child process. I forget which or how it does things. So it runs the setup script with that info, and then logs the result. And then also right now, first make sure that the description and name are updated in the package. Assert.equals, but I actually want to run more things. I want to also make sure the old info, Joshua K. Goldberg, then template TypeScript node package, doesn't exist anywhere. So I think I can grep for that. Grep Joshua K. Goldberg in readme.md. How does grep actually work? I just did man grep. Where's the examples? I'm just gonna look it up on Google. Grep examples. Usage examples. There we go. Grep I some string and then in your files. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. Grep-I Joshua K. Goldberg readme.md. And that found some stuff. And then if I do grep I for like blah, 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 doesn't exist, it finds nothing. Cool. So I'm going to say const result equals awaits $result. grep Joshua K. Goldberg, -I Joshua K. Goldberg in, how do you exclude a folder? Exclude dir, there we go, -- exclude dir. Nice. So I want to do it in the local thing, exclude dir node modules. Let me just look up grep -I npm dot */ maybe exclude dir node modules. Maybe I have to quote that. Nope. ** star. Cool. So I'm grep -ing for npm in everything. So now if I npm at joshuakgoldberg.com, this should just show up with my email in the package file. Cool. Yeah, look at that. That's nifty. All right. So if I run setup, there we go, and then do grep -I Joshua K. Goldberg */ exclude dir node modules. This should, oh, */ /star. Cool. This should just equal this, but I want it to be case sensitive. Case insensitive search. Matching control. What is this? So I want a regular expression. So grep -I the slashes for Joshua K. Goldberg. Cool. Look at that. All right. So name results. Assert equal name results. What I just found here. What is this complaining about? It's complaining that result already exists. My ESLint is getting weird. Alright, so I actually don't really want to run any of this stuff, so I'm just gonna comment that out, and then I do node script setup test end to end. $ is not defined, right? I need to, how do I actually run setup test e to e .js? How do I, because it deleted the setup scripts, pm run setup test. That's how I normally run it, and that is normally, where is that command? Copy deleted line 31. All right. Yay, git history. All right. So the *.star with a regular expression. Name results. So it's saying it's some huge thing that's not equal. That's not good. All right, so name result is actually the process output. So that's cool. What I actually wanted though was name results to string. Is that going to work? Name result is. Let's see if this works. Name result is. All right. So now we're getting closer. Let's see. Oh wait, instead of toString, maybe it's .std out. That was a property on that object here. All right. So here, let me get the actual std out of this command. Oh, right, because it's finding the setup test ETE file. So I want to also exclude the setup dir. Does that work? Setup, no, exclude the script directory. There we go. Do I have to do it twice? Exclude dir. Why? Do I have to comma this? Why is this not excluding the script directory? What is happening? Why? Come on, std out. Script is a direct. Reorder this to be in alphabetical order. So we exclude directory node modules, exclude directory script. The search term is Joshua Goldberg, and we're looking in everything. Come on, setup test ET. And it's still fine. God dang it. How do you exclude multiple directories? Grep multiple exclude dir. It takes in a glob, so you have to do this fancy glob syntax. Okay, that's cool. With the little curly whatever. Exclude dir. Ooh, I'm starting to get tired. No modules, comma, script. Please work. Oh my lord. Exclude dir, this thing. I'm just gonna run the thing directly at it. Why is it not working? Dash dash exclude dir equals? Oh my gosh. So now it excludes node modules, but not script. So that's cool. What if you can use, why is it, I'm so confused why it's not excluding the script directory. What if I just exclude a single file? Yeah, I'm just gonna dash dash exclude dir node modules and exclude script slash setup test ete.js. Exclude dir node modules. What happens if I do that? Nice, okay, that's close enough. It's more precise. Maybe that's arguably better in some ways, whatever. I don't have the patience to deal with still scripts. Nice. So we get the SVD outs. Line 25 is complaining for some reason. Why is this complaining? It's running, it's finding something. I don't know why there's what is the error? What are you erroring on, man? Try, catch, error, sold out warn, error. What is happening? Why is it giving me an error? Does anyone here know shell scripts well enough to help me? Error is process output. But there's no, why is grep giving an exit code? Exit code, exit status. 0 if a line is selected, there was 1. 1 if no line is selected, 2. Okay, I just want dash dash quiet. Okay. I don't want any exit codes. Alright. Freaking grep. And so dash dash quiet. Hey, what does the dash I flag do? Dash dash include. Okay. Dash. I like being explicit with these things, you know? Just easier to understand later so you don't have to memorize a million CLI flag shortenings. What? $.quiet? Does that work? ZX $quiet is not a function. Back to the try, catch, error, sold.warn. I hate how much of development in software is doing stupid little things that shouldn't matter. Exit code is 1. Why is Xcode 1? It finds things. Oh wait, maybe it's not finding anything. Maybe if I run the command. Yeah, it's still not finding anything. Why isn't it? Why is the README not finding anything? Ah. It's not finding anything. That's why it's complaining. All right, so if I do .star in front of Joshua K. Goldberg, maybe that'll work. .star, .star, I don't need dash dash quiet. No matches found, Joshua K. Goldberg. Oh, just switching it to dash I. What? Let's look for Josh. K. Goldberg. That worked. Joshua K. Goldberg. Okay. So there should be, if I do the regular expression Joshua K. Goldberg, it should, what is happening? Why wasn't that catching anything? I'm so confused. Dash I versus dash dash include? That shouldn't. Oh, I isn't included. Good to know. I'm just not changing anything ever in my life again. Code is hard, folks. Okay. So I got the grep thingy. That should work. There's some difference between what I'm running here and what I'm supposed to be running. So what works in the command line is this thing. Then what I'm actually running is from that file. What? So if I run the command manually in the terminal, it finds the thing. But if I run the setup script from, oh, you know what? I bet the current working directory is wrong. Okay. Yeah, I bet you it's because it's running ZX on this script. It's running it from this script. So let me see ZX. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's by Google. If there's a way to change the current working directory. Let's see. $.cwd equals. What if? Can I log it out? CW is $.cwd. CW is undefined. Okay. $.cwd equals what is it? Path dot resolve underscore journey name dot, and I need to import as path from path. And now if I change the CWD, oh my god, it still doesn't work. What is happening? I hate this. I hate this. Working. Oh, CD. Okay. CD $.cvd. CD to this thing. Now I've manually changed the current working directory. Still not working. Why is this freaking script? I hate this. I hate this so much. An hour and 10 minutes in, and I don't understand why the grep is. Here, let me. I'm doing ZX dash dash quiet. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, it's CDs to the right place. That's good. I'm running this. No STD out, no STD error. Is there an issue with grep in this? What is happening? Let me look in the issues with grep. Nothing with grep. Won't let be empty when grepping on bash. Variable should be 0. Well, that's just a. This is a poorly formatted complaint. And it looks like there's a call stack, which I'm not seeing, so it's not the same as what I'm complaining about. But what is no throw? So the error is the process output. I never actually get to the point where I log out name result. So trying to $grep is what's not working. What happens if I'm actually running the rest of the script? Does the rest of the script actually run locally too? So instead of running the pm run setup, let's have it read the package. Yep. I'm very confused right now. So the rest of the test actually works, but I can't run grep in my ZX terminal. That's so upsetting. What if I just run it through node directly? Node run exec. Nope, or node run grep. How to use grep programmatically in node, const exec. Yep. If I just import promises as exec from child process. So what happens if I await exec on this? Const wat equals console.log wat try and then a catch just in case. What happens if I warn the results of that error? Come on, work. Child process does not provide an okay. Import exec. Oops. So const exec equals prompt util dot promisify exec. You know what? I'm gonna copy and paste the command that they have, and I don't need the rest of the command, so I'm just gonna console log error and sd out. That looks good to me. Let's see what it logs. Command failed, grep blah blah blah, code 1 killed false signal null, no std out. Why does the command fail? Well, maybe that's better than the ZX thing. So node exec grep command failed. Aha, child process gives command failed executing grep. It's about the status code. What? Code is 1. What if I do -- quiet? Code is still 1. I'm getting so annoyed. Alright, let's look. Oh boy. Deep dive. Nice stream law. You know what? It's actually not going very well, but thank you for asking. I'm trying to figure out why whenever I try to run grep in Node in my little JS script, it's not working. It gives me a command failed. But you know what? If you have any ideas, please help me. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep chugging along. But otherwise, I'm okay. I'm having a good day. Otherwise, how are you doing? Who are you here to see? And how can I help you? So I'm gonna try also echoing the results of what was just logged or just run. Let's see what happens there. Error null std out 1. Cool. Ooh, what are you working on? All right, so I think what's happening is, just for some reason, the grep isn't catching anything. And as a result, Node is complaining. But it should catch something. So I'm gonna try to grep for some string that like really should be found, like grep -i e, the letter. Okay, cool. So grep is the Unix command, the Linux command. Is it Unix or Linux? I forget. Anyway, grep is the Linux command to search for stuff. So let's say you want to search for the string I don't know, string like, what's a good single character? Test or fancy. And you want to search for it in the readme.md file. Grep will find any line that includes that word. And I'm trying to write a script that verifies that after I run the setup script in this template package I've made, we no longer have any instances of my name. Or rather, we only have one instance of my name, Joshua K. Goldberg. It should be replaced with something else. And for some reason, when I run the grep command in the terminal, it works fine. It finds the exact one place it's supposed to. Yeah, it actually very much, I want Control-Shift-F in Node. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Yep. And I just can't get the darn thing to work. Because when I run grep, I exclude this file that we don't care about. I exclude the node modules directory. And I just look for my name, Joshua K. Goldberg, and everything, **/ star. It finds in the terminal something, but in running a node finds nothing. So now what I'm wondering is the node thing just busted? Like, what happens if I run this script and I try to find the letter E? Like, will it find anything? And so it out. I'm gonna rename this to result, not wat. Yeah, I'm just running Control-Shift-F on all my files except for node modules and this file to try to find what is this? I just want to see the result of the command. str.toString result. Oh geez, I had this earlier and counted out. What is it I'm working on? Great question. Thank you for asking, by the way. I appreciate it. I'm gonna post it in the chat. So I have this template package, template-typescript-node-package. It's like a preset repo so that if you're setting up a new TypeScript project and you just want like a bunch of normal good stuff, like linting and auto formatting and spell checking, this is a good template you can use on GitHub for that. And it's actually got like the green use this template button. Let me refresh so I get rid of that little yellow thing. I like this template. In order for someone to use it, they click the use template button, create a new repo, but then it still has all the exact same files from the template, which is good for most of them, but there's going to be a lot of stuff like the name of the package that you'd want to be replaced with your own stuff, like the name of your repo. And instead of having a whole bunch of contributors, it would just be you and me. So the setup script is supposed to replace all the old info with new info, except in like one or two places. And so now I'm running a test to make sure, okay, we ran the setup script. Let's make sure that there aren't a million uses or instances of the word Josh. And that's where I'm failing to get this to work. So now I'm just trying to run like, can I, in all files, can I just find anything with grep? Can I -i for like the letter E and find it? What happens there? Does that make sense? Seem reasonable? Cool. So I found... Okay, nice. So grep is actually working. Like, we do have the letter E in a bunch of places. So what if I look for Josh? Just Josh, the word. Nice. Look at this. We get a bunch of places. But it's not showing up in readme.md. Oh my god. Do I need to also search in ***, not just ***/***? for it to include the root files. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah. my wildcard includes were busted. Close, yeah. So I said give me ***, so all directories, nested level, / all files. And then, yeah. So turns out I also need to include an asterisk for like the files in the root directory, I guess. Let's see. Oop. That doesn't work. ***. Cool. What happens if you run grep with just no file includes? Does it look for all files everywhere locally? Why is it taking forever? That's not good. What if we do grep I Josh exclude dir node modules? Will that work? Why is that taking forever? Well, anyway, looks like the looks like I fixed it. So now if we run the script again, we get just the README location. Cool. And if I switch to Joshua K. Goldberg, awesome. By the way, what do you normally work with? Nice stream, LOL. What's your tech stack of choice? Ooh. So now I'm just doing an assert.equal to make sure that the name results std out is what we expected. And it's almost the same, it's just we expected a new line. Oh, we didn't expect a new line to exist. Oh, WPF C#, that's good stuff. I used to do C#. Those were good times. Yeah, mean stack is fun. I remember when that became like the thing to do, and it's cool that people are still using it. Like Angular's, I would love to know your opinion on this. I feel like Angular has advanced a lot in the last like 2 to 4 years. They've done a lot of really cool stuff. Their terminal, their like generator prompts are fantastic. All right. Cool. So looks like my script is working well. This makes me happy. Awesome. So I can remove the try catch and a whole bunch of commented out cruft. Call this grep results. Oh, AngularJS. How old? That is old stuff. That amuses me. Yeah, I never really got into Angular. I tried it ages ago, and then I fell in love with React and never looked back. But respect, you know? Respect. My one thing that I really wish React community people did, I wish we had some kind of like dependency injection or similar, like not React context, but some way to provide like, I don't know, I guess context does it, but people don't typically use context for like, give me the the fetch function with it. Ooh, Fastify. What is Fastify? I feel like I knew this. Oh, web framework for Node. That's cool. Who uses Fastify? Look at all these names. I know a couple of these. Kevin, hello. Welcome to this stream. Thanks for joining. How are you doing? I am actually just finishing up a task. While you answer that, I'm writing an end-to-end test for the setup scripts for my template-TypeScript repo to make sure that my name and the old repo description don't exist anywhere. So for const search and then results. So if we search for Joshua K. Goldberg, and then this fun little string. I do work full-time in open source projects. That's me. I used to have a job. I actually worked at Codecademy, which was a lot of fun. Highly recommend that. Lovely place. But I really like working on open source. I like doing stuff that everyone uses. And I don't know, it makes me happy. So I've always kind of wanted to learn more and do more with the TypeScript ecosystem. I think web dev is cool and TypeScript's awesome. So I work on things that make TypeScript better for people. How does the funding work? Oh yeah, totally happy to answer that. I have more details in my blog post that week after 2022. Actually, right after this stream, I'm going to be writing one about 2023. But here we go. So the funding works this way. I beg on the internet and people sponsor me, which is a great moment for me to ask if you or anyone else is watching and up for sponsoring either TypeScript ESLint or me. That would be great. I currently make about minimum wage. I'm kind of, the analogy I've been giving to my non-technical relatives is I'm kind of like the person who cleans up the park at sunset, but instead of the government paying me, it's just Johnny Riley. What a wise individual. Welcome. Yeah, there's no government funding. It's just, donation based. Baby, I'm worth it. So, yeah, my wife has health insurance that I pick off of, and that's how I am not broke. But yeah, I like it. Let me know if that answers the question you meant to ask. Also, hi John. I was just talking about you. I don't know if this is public info yet, but there's a cool project in the TypeScript ecosystem that we've been talking to some people about. If you made something Google used, surely they would fund it. Google, Microsoft, Facebook. You would think. In actuality, actually, do we get funded by Google? I know I don't, but TypeScript ESLint, I don't believe we do. These are the people and companies who sponsor TypeScript ESLint. This is such an interesting and important issue in open source right now. There's no actual need or motivation for companies dependent on us to sponsor us because other companies do. Yes, it would be right and good, both morally good and practically good for them to make sure that we get sustainable funding. And if all the other companies stopped, we'd still be able to exist. But in actuality, because other companies fund us, there's if Microsoft doesn't fund us, okay, nothing happens, nothing bad. I think it's annoying and irksome and tisk Microsoft and Google and such. But at the same time, Microsoft does make TypeScript and Google does heavily sponsor and fund Angular. So how many projects should they fund? But yeah, I think there are a lot of companies whose names we haven't mentioned in the stream who, unlike say Microsoft and Google, don't have major open source projects that they've contributed to in the company, in the ecosystem, and don't give back to open source that they profit off of, and I think that's a problem. Anyway, yeah. So there's actually a project that I started up beginning of this year and we need to get back to working on, but the Open Contributions project, Rizal Scarlett from GitHub joined on too. We want to make it so people who are trying to advocate for open source have a good resource or set of resources too. Let's say you're an individual contributor and you want to convince your CTO to give money to open source. Here's a set of articles for why and how to do that. But yeah. Anyway, you've activated my trap card. I'm going to go back to the code. So I'm going to want to find and replace or find and assert on the correct results for two strings. I want to make sure that my name, Joshua K. Goldberg, only appears in this thing. And then I'm also going to want to make sure that template-typescript-node-package appears. I actually don't know where that should appear. Ooh, Nate, you say something very key. I wish I had the thing set up where I could highlight chats. Medium-sized enterprises in the US could absolutely commit a couple $100,000 a year to supporting open source software in your honest opinion. All the big corp tech are so savage in their practices, Oracle, Salesforce, etc., that they milk the industry without proportional value delivered. Totally agreed. I want to say Salesforce actually is maybe not but I know Salesforce gives a buttload once in a while to open source. And Oracle does stuff. I actually don't know if Oracle's still evil the way everyone said they were for a while. But yeah, my target, agreed, is medium-sized companies that are profitable enough that they're not in desperation mode anymore. Yeah, Salesforce. I have a good friend. One of my best friends works there, actually. Apparently they have a great culture internally, near cult levels of joy. Oh yeah. Understood. Like the people using them, like you already spend millions on whatever your Salesforce, your Oracle, etc. Thank you. Yeah, that's what you said made sense to me before the clarification, but especially makes sense post clarification. Yeah, like open source software, it's the point is not that it's free. The point is that it's open source. Free as in ideas, not beer. Yeah. Cool. So I've got two search and result things. Loop over. For now, I'm just gonna do the search. I'm gonna make this programmatic. So search and then results. So I'm gonna make it so that, we can loop over a set of search and results. Nice. And then let's see. Template-typescript-node-package should still exist. Yes. Haha. Oh, it's the same thing. Cool. So then we don't actually need to make the results in the array. We can just inline it in the assertion for const search of Joshua K. Goldberg and template TypeScript node package. Cool. I think more companies, Nate says, should fund percentage time spent on relevant open source the company uses. I might lobby with my boss to get some time each month to spend working on it. Yeah, please do. SF, I'm guessing you mean, oh my God, Salesforce. I was going to say San Francisco. San Fran is expensive, but yeah, Salesforce costs money. My God, those people know what they're doing and charge for it. And yeah, it's the right thing to do. In the open contributions project, where do we have it? We have an issue somewhere about how we want to make a guide explaining why you should contribute to open source for different types of people, like technical leaders. So for let's see, for why contributing to open source benefit. Here we go. So this issue, Nate, if you end up doing stuff, actually, please let me know how that goes or if I can help at all. For us, in the open contributions project, we're going to write an article or some such explaining that it directly improves the dependencies you use. It's a good look for recruiting and retention and gets your company name out there. Especially this middle one is like the most effective reason I've seen for convincing companies. Again, companies are kind of short-sighted, so saying this will improve it over the next few months, it's not very provable. But like directly saying I got our name on the README and now developers know us, like that's nice. And then we'd love to find research showing that companies that contribute to open source and or are active like in general with it, like have X% better employee retention or engagement or something. Like that would be really nice. Yay! John, same with you. Let me know how that goes and if I can help. And definitely, I'll definitely hope to get work done on this stuff soon to try to be useful. Yep, retention. Curious, what is that cell that you're going to try to do? Like, how do you convince people that retention is better without like hard studies? Do you have hard studies? Anyway, I got the script to work, so while we're talking, let's see, just send this in. So it's literally just the setup script I want to commit, revert all the other changes, git add all, git stash, git checkout main, git pull, git checkout e, setup test e to e, name and description, name setup test e to e, repo title, git stash pop. Has anyone in the chat successfully argued for open source sponsorships in a company or contributing? Either like financial sponsorships, donating, or like spending time with open source on it, contributing fixes or whatnot? I'd love to know. Chore, extend, setup, test, e.js to check repo title to owner and repo title to. Yes, there's a battle for talent. It's hard to get good people. Holding on to people is very worthwhile from an organizational perspective. And engineers like to open source software. Yeah, at least some of us. The good one. Yeah, that's unnecessary snark. There are plenty of good software devs who aren't active in open source. But being active in open source is an incredibly good way to level yourself up as a developer, truly. Like, I've learned so much just from bumbling around on the internet. And working with random people like John Riley. Totally fine to not be active, but hey, if you ever want help getting active in open source, DM or email me. It's all on my GitHub. I would love to help. Yeah. That moment when you close all the tabs. Oof. Yes. Oh yeah. Like, good shit. 157. Such tab guilt. That's the stuff. Oh my god. Oh, got chills down my spine. Okay, cool. What does this actually do? Also makes sure the old package info only exists in the little readme, the disclaimer, which is actually a better comment than what I posted, because this comment kind of duplicates the search description there, and then also isn't actually accurate. It should exist in one place, not nowhere. So let me just fix. I'm just going to delete the comment. Git add all, git commit, amend, no edit, git push force. You know what? I've been wanting to motivate myself to post on Stack Overflow, and I just can almost never do it. Like, I just don't want to. I don't want to be active on SO. It's a cesspool out there. It's such a good and useful site, though, that I personally 10 minutes ago was actively using. But yeah, it's hard. I want to be active in Discords. I want to be active on Twitter and Mastodon and GitHub issues. And it's just, who has the time for all that? That's part of why I don't judge people for not being active in open source. Having a full-time job is itself literally a full-time job. It shouldn't be mandatory to go out of your way to be excellent. Unfortunately, in this industry, that's kind of a lot of the times what ends up being, that you have to spend time to learn stuff, because at work there isn't time given for it. Plus one, there's only so much you can be engaged with. Whew. This has been a fun discussion. I also should post this pull request in the chat. And then on the Twitter also. A bunch of trouble with prepping. Asterisks. Hard. Yeah, this one took forever. I started working on this friggin' thing 40 minutes ago. Jeez, 30 minutes? My god. 30 minutes? Yeah, 40 minutes ago. What the hell? But I had you all for emotional support. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I'm going to be writing another one about what's coming up next. Life is hard. Thank you, Johnny Riley, for approving these changes. Look at this. MVP. Life is hard. If it was easy, I don't know if I'd be happy with an easy life. I would be, but I might get bored. That's too philosophical. I'm being vague. I wish you could react to an approval. I wanted to give this the smiling emoji. All right. So cool. We're back down to 1 page of issues on this repo rather than 2. So let's see. I'm going to go to main, check out main, get pull, pm install. I want to see what happens now if I run the setup. What weird broken things exist? Aw, okay. Bye, Nate. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Come back next time. Oh yeah, for all the new folks in the stream, hello, welcome. I'm going to keep going until probably for another 20 minutes or so. And if you want to ask me anything, chat about stuff, let me actually setting up I literally this morning set up my stream elements stuff. So I'm gonna thanks for tuning in. Please post if you have any questions on anything we or tech related. Yeah, let's simplify. Cool. So let's see if this works. Bang, Josh. Yeah, it worked. Cool. I'm also going to plug my book. Haha, look at these. Oh, did that fold onto the next line? Good, we're good. Yeah, so please ask any questions or whatever you want to ask. Hi. That would make me very happy. By the way, if any of y'all have tips for stream elements, I'd love to hear them. I'm like just now getting used to it. I didn't even know it had a tipping thing. But yeah, cool stuff. Austin, I feel like I saw you everywhere for a period of like a month and a half, and then I didn't see you for a few weeks, and now I see you again. Makes me happy. Welcome to my stream. Thanks for joining. How are you? I saw you you posted you were speaking at some conference. Which one? I'm sure there are like multiple answers to that question, but did you just recently say you're speaking somewhere? The new eyes are great. I got LASIK February 1st. It's been a month and a week, a little more, and it's great. I had my checkup this morning. Actually, that reminds me. Kids, if you ever get dry eyes, use, if possible, preservative-free, single-use eye drops, aka eye lube, because it's good for you to moisturize your eyes. And I'm supposed to be doing it regularly for the next 3 weeks, too. Ooh, yeah. Whew. Good shit. Yeah, highly recommend LASIK for anyone who can spend the time and money, or even better, get it covered by your insurance. I was in and out in like less than an hour. I was driving the next day, which was debatably okay, but like still awesome. And now I don't have glasses anymore. It's great. Whew. Yeah. More lube. Cool. So I'm gonna water break channel words, but for eye lube. Yeah. Don't forget to lube. Things you learn on Twitch coding streams. Yeah, there we go. That one's good. Also, don't forget to constantly stay hydrated. Water is important. I haven't been doing a good job of it this stream. Good stuff. Cool. So what I've been doing is working on my template-typescript-node-package. I'll just repost it in the chat because it's been like a few minutes. This is a nice little template TypeScript repo. You can use it on GitHub by clicking use this template. And then it also has like a nice little setup script so that replaces all the old info, like this explainer and the repo name with your name and title and stuff. So if anyone wants to contribute, I got a bunch of good first issues on it. But right now I've just been going through and seeing like what is that setup experience like. If I run pm run setup with a bunch of info, which is somewhere in my Git history, or my terminal history, there we go. Like, what will it actually do? And I fixed a few bugs already this stream. So readme.mb, if we look at the readme, so instead of the stuff from before where we saw template TypeScript node package, now it says your name. And looks good. Oh yeah, here's an interesting thing. I got 2 markdown lint restore and pretty or ignore ends in there. I don't know why that is. So if I reset everything and reinstall with pnpm and then remove these 2, the second of them, why is there a markdown lint restore? Like who adds that? So if I delete these 2 things and then rerun the setup script, oh wait, also the 2 unnecessary starts. Do those stay removed? All right. Cool. So let's remove these unnecessary little friends. Where does that actually, those come from? Where was that? Why is it saying, why were there two pretty ignore starts and whatnot? They must be added by all contributors. I don't know why it would do that. If anyone here knows the all contributors tool, that would be cool. But anyway, let's oops. Let's run the setup script again. Make sure those tools stay gone. And if I do npx all contributors generate, let's see if it mucks, or all contributors dash CLI generates. See if it mucks around with, is it all dash contributors? For those who haven't used it, by the way, it's a great tool. It takes in a JSON file that lists your contributors and then creates a nice little table in your README of all the people there. And I use it on this repo. And then also gives you like nice little GitHub commands to add people. But okay, cool. Looks like my little fix is good. So let's oh my god, I don't know what I just did there. Let's get reset all, and then back into README I'll reapply the fix and push it up as a pull request. So removing, I'm just gonna make this a chore actually. I don't need a full PR for this. Chore remove unnecessary comments in README. Cool. All right, and then if I go to the package, you can see a quick little comment there. So I'll just post the link here. 10-minute warning, by the way. If you have anything you want to talk about or like PRs or issues you want me to look at, let me know. Happy to. Little fix removing some unnecessary comment directives from the README. Boop. Asterisks are hard. All right. So what do I want to do now? Oh yeah, here's a thing. Here's a bug. Boop. Setup script should update README MD contributor contents. Let me just post this on Twitter and then I'll explain. Next, fixing a bug with another bug, the setup script, in that it doesn't update the all contributors contents. Boop. Love these little threads. All right. So when you run pm run setup, the all contributors RC file is trimmed down to just like the one user. Right now it's me. And there's another issue where I'll have it also add the current user's info. But I don't actually rerun the all contributors like templating generate command, which would update the README to reflect those changes. So if we run setup, come on, boop, and then look at the README, it still has a bajillion contributors in it. And this I marked as a good first issue, but I want to start using this template repo more. And it's been really annoying to me to have this here, and no one's fixed it. So I'm just going to go ahead and fix it myself. Also, my wife is cackling in the other room. So if you need me to scream at her to shush because you can't hear me, let me know. Anyway, all you have to do is npx all-contributors generate, and it should... Ooh, interesting comment in the chat. Hey dude, I'm a software dev, but I'm trying to make a weather forecast website. The backend is easy stuff. Fun. But I suck with CSS. Who doesn't? I'm not a graphic designer, web dev. Do you recommend any specific frameworks that have that modern look similar to GitHub's UI that are pretty easy to use? Great question. Just out of curiosity, what tech stack are you using for the front end? Like React, vanilla CSS, like plain CSS, or Tailwind, SCSS, any of those things? Totally fine. It's just HTML and CSS. Just curious. I was going to say MUI. I was just talking with someone, Dimitri from the Michigan TypeScript meetup. MUI is pretty great. It's a great little React component UI library. It has all these really nice controls built for you that are accessible, which is very important. Johnny, what is the history of this? This started off as Material UI, which was a Google thing, but now it's like its own thing. Does anyone know like what What is MUI? Papers over my inadequacies. Story of my life. Contains some lovely components. React, TypeScript, CSS. Oh, it's its own startup? About Us. Movie. Boop. So yeah, this one, I don't have like my own like number one I always give this recommendation, but this is a really good thing, and I would +1. It's recommended. Tailwind tries to charge you. Tailwind is, I've used Tailwind and it's good. It's a little lower level. Like I would use something on top of Tailwind, not just directly Tailwind if I was getting started, because like you'd still have to implement a lot of styles yourself with Tailwind, although it is great. So like if you're not like a graphic designery person, if you don't want like complete control over stuff, I would recommend something at like a higher level than Tailwind, something like MUI, or what is that accessible design or UI library? There's a really good other one. Reach is good, but I think this one is also a little more low level. Yeah, Reach. Never mind then. So yeah, I'd say MUI. I've played around with Chakra UI. Is this one? Does this come with a lot of good stuff? Let's see. Like, where are the examples? There we go. Components. Oh yeah. So Chakra UI is good. Maybe a little more complicated. So as a second suggestion, Chakra. Great question, by the way, what to use here. If you have any other questions, let us know. Oh, you worked on Chakra with Ollie. That's cool. Who's Ollie Bonwell? Cool. Yeah. Yeah, so definitely wouldn't recommend Tailwind for you, or Reach. I would recommend, +1 to MUI to start, and then if you just hate it, then try Chakra. That'd be my recommendation. Cool. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people hate backend or hate frontend. They just like want to get it to work, and then a lot of the experts in those areas get like all excited. Let me tell you about this incredible new thing that gives you complete control, which is the exact opposite of what you want, I assume. Because when I do UI and I don't have the time to make it perfect, I just want the gang things to already exist. Yeah, life is hard. Yeah. Anyway, this issue number 199. Did I already post it in the chats? Yes, I did. Again, 6-minute warning. Please let me know if you have other questions. Otherwise, I'll just quickly do this thing. When you run npx all contributors generates project. Oh, are you a student or a bootcamp person? You got to design a dashboard, weather page, login, registered, blog page in 3 weeks. That's a good amount of stuff. Good luck. Nope. I'll get reset hard head. How good is ChatGPT at making the UI for you? And like, what do you mean by using ChatGPT? I've seen this more and more with people. Do you mean like you're asking it to code for you? Are you making designs, like visual mock-ups with it? Like, what's going on? Because this is, the last few months, just been everywhere. People have been doing it. So anyway, let's see. Generating all contributors table in readme. Ooh, look at these templates. Very nice. You ask her to make the CSS, but you have the rough idea. Okay, cool. That's so cool that we have chatbots that can do that now. My God. I'm very excited for 10 years from now when like they're stable and good and used everywhere and people have like understood how to really use them well. Ugh, so exciting. What a world we live in. Cool. So I'm adding a new log in the setup, generate all contributors table, awaits $, npx all contributors generates, done. So if we hit add all, then run the setup, can look at the README with the preview. Generating all contributors table in README. Yep, done. Color in the terminal brings you joy. It sounds, Sniped, like you've got a lot of good stuff going for you in that project. Is this like something you chose to do, or is this like a preset assignment? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Speaking to Johnny's emoji comment, my God, I hate using... Hey, I mean, they're asking you to code. That's always good. I hate using terminals that have no visual flair. It's not just the like kind of joyous, perhaps childish side of me that wants fun in my stuff. It's also that I can't read blobs of text. I need like color, visual distinction, emojis, something to help me read it. Like blank lines, emojis, blah, blah, blah. Good stuff. So, yeah. +1. Here we go. All right. So, there we go. Got the setup, script changes done. You know, I see the sides to Snipe. I see both sides of what you're saying. Like, if you don't want to be a front-end dev, it feels irksome to me that people would force you to write CSS and design things and stuff, especially in a large and rushed time project where like you have like 30 hours and a lot of stuff to do. But at the same time, I do think it's good for people to learn both sides of the full stack, of the front end and the back end. It's a good thing if you have the time, but not everyone has the time. So I don't know. I don't know what's right here. But yeah, I really enjoyed getting like a full stack education. I like learned C++ at school and then like slowly moved more and more full stack and then front end. You did a web dev course, no web dev at all until now. That's a whole other annoyance when people just ask you to build something that you have no prep for. People who teach things poorly irk me, or situations that cause poor teaching really irk me. Like if you're gonna quiz someone on something, you got to give them time to learn the thing. Word. All right, set up all contributors generates git add all, git commit m, fix, run all contributors generates in setup scripts. Git push u origin setup. Well, look, I would love to keep talking with y'all, but I got to go to a meeting in a minute, so I can't. Sorry, but this has been an absolute pleasure. What number am I fixing here? 19. So, you're gonna watch me here. First, I'll send this PR and merge it, and then I'll post a StreamYard command, and then I'll quickly skedaddle. Does what the issue suggests. Await npx all contributors generates. All right, cool. So stream elements, I'm gonna add a command for sponsor. So I'm gonna type in the chat, bang, Josh. I don't have a full-time job. Instead, I rely on sponsorships from community members. That means you and companies like yours. You can sponsor me on github.com/Joshua, sponsors/Joshua K. Goldberg, and TypeScript ESLint on, I'm just going to copy and paste the Open Collective link. Thanks. Please and thank you. Activate command. Bang sponsor. Cool. So that's me. This was fun. Bye, everyone. Oh, wait. Oh, I almost forgot. I haven't done this in a while. I will show you my stream manager. Got a raid channel. And that's the only person I follow. So we're going to raid this person, which means we're going to just kind of hop over and say hi. But tell them, if they ask about me, tell them I'm sorry I couldn't join. I've got another meeting. Bye.